Hi everyone. So I thought I would just take you through my homemade darkroom sink build in case anyone is interested in making their own. You do tend to sometimes see second-hand darkroom sinks for sale on eBay, but they're large, difficult to get home if you don't have access to a van or a man with a van. Plus, the ones I've seen over the last couple of years while I was looking were huge. I've only got a garage, so not a massive amount of space. So I'd have thought I'd build a custom one, then it could definitely fit in the alcove that I've got and would save me a bit of money as well. So the build, as you can see, it's just plywood. I think this is 1/2 inch plywood. And then to waterproof it, I used 2 or 3 coats of boat paint, which I saw a guy use in the States. You could also use epoxy or fiberglass if that's your preference. What I might do at some point in the future is line this with some fiberglass just to help with the drainage, because at the moment there's some slight puddling in certain parts of the sink. It doesn't leak or anything like that. It just means I have to squeegee the excess water down the plug hole. So that's the general design. It is on a slight incline, so the water will run down towards the sink hole. This is something I bought on Amazon, which is a hairdresser's sink. So it's large, it's got a big aperture, and it's got this little cage inside, which is quite handy in case you drop any, bottle tops or anything into the sink. And then in terms of the drainage, because this is my garage and there's a slight gap underneath the garage door, I run a length of flexible hose off the bottom of the drain just outside into the main drain. So it's a really simple drainage solution. The sink also has a tap, obviously really useful for a dark room, because again it's a garage and I've got a main tap outside the back door. I just ran a length of hose from there, which I can connect when I want to use the dark room. And then this little ingenious tap here, you can actually just connect a hose lock, hose adapter to it. So this is the garden hose coming in, and then I've got this splitter, one going to my print washer, and then this one on the other end has got a really handy hose lock garden sprinkler sprayer thing, which I use all the time. Actually, it's a really useful thing to have. You can lock it open, and so when I'm washing rolls of negatives, for instance, I've got a little jug somewhere around here. This is the one with some holes drilled on the bottom. So I just put my Patterson, whatever you call this thing, into the pot, clamp this onto the top, and then just let it run for 5 minutes, and it rinses the negatives really well. Other than that, yeah, it's just a big wooden box. In terms of the size, I think the key thing is you want something of a backsplash at the back, because the water does get everywhere. And then really this is, in terms of height, this just comes up to basically 100 mil below where my elbows are, so I'm not sort of clattering into anything when I'm using it. It's a really comfortable height. Bit of storage underneath. Yeah, darkroom sink, all for less than, let's say, £60. I think maybe a little bit more with the hose connector. I had a few bits lying around anyway, and so a pretty cheap option, and it's great. I mean, I use it all the time. It saves a lot of mess in the house. Happy marriage and all that. Yeah, so homemade darkroom sink.